What's going on, everybody? Coach Brian King here. Wanted to do a quick recording. Amazon is actually coming out with some earning reports today. And so I wanted to do a quick top down analysis. Hopefully, this can help you out. Again, when we have reports like this, there's going to be a lot of volatility, and that's going to be happening after the markets close. But let's do a quick top down analysis and take it from the daily time frame. And what we really want to do is just find pockets of areas that there could potentially be unfilled orders that we need to pay attention to. And so, what I'm wanting to do is actually look at the bottom. I see a lot of candle structure, a lot of liquidity towards the bottom side. And if you can tell right here, around this area of 103 down to 101.48, there's been a lot of movement that has went back and forth. However, as we start to zoom in, we notice that the markets kind of came to this area right around here. We had a big rejection point, and now it almost looks like it's forming a W pattern. Let me draw it out for you. So we have one side right here, another side right here, another side right here. And it's possible that we could have the pattern shoot to the upside. Now, normally the question was when would you want to do something like this? One of the keys when it comes to trading is you want to be able to trade from zone to zone. And so what I'm going to do now is actually go to a lower time frame, say on my 4 hour, and I'm really trying to define candle structure to see what am I actually seeing and what's going to be the best move. Now, another thing that you want to pay attention to is that we have two big candles. We had a little bit of a pause. And so we had a drop, we had a pause, and then another major drop between these two big candles. I call this a major clue. Would you agree with me, right? A major clue. The reason that it's a major clue is it showcases that institutions like this price point right around this area. Now, your job as a trader is really to find out, should I be waiting to go to the downside, or should I wait for it to retest an area so that I can take it to the upside? Now, a majority of people know that the earnings might be negative. But let me just ask you something. If a majority of people know that it's going to be negative, wouldn't that mean that a majority of people want to short the market and sell it to the downside? And so I think as traders, and especially as you start to shift your mind to kind of think and execute like an institution would, you need to be asking yourself, what are the masses going to do? And how can I do something different than everybody else is going to do? And so, what I would like to see is the markets fall more deep into the zone, which is an area that's been revisited multiple different times, a total of, let's see, one, two. And if we got in here another time, that would be three. And then from there, I would like to catch a short impulse move to the upside. To me, that makes the most sense. But again, there's a lot of market manipulation. And you got to pay attention to this manipulation because, truth be told, if you do it and execute like everybody else is doing, you're going to get the same results. Now, as I zoom in on the 1 hour, here's some more structure that's really catching my eye. And it's right around this area right here, which I'm going to draw a nice rectangular box right around that area. You might say, well, why are you choosing this area to draw the box? Well, what I'm paying attention to is major candles, which tells me that institutions love this price. And so I'm wanting to find out what was special about this area. Now, a lot of institutions use something called the VWAP, and the VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. And so if I can look at this line, notice that it changes right around the 120 39 area, which means that the institutions and market makers like this price. Okay. And so what I'm going to do right now is actually draw an arrow to it. I'm going to put it in black. And that way you can kind of have an understanding to say this was a price point. Now, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. If I took this arrow and drew it on this side, it's right around the same price. So look what happened. Price came right around this area. Sellers sold it down. It came right back to this area. Sellers sold it down to defend their position. So instead, we're not going to chase the candle. What we're going to do is we want to see this candle fall deep into this red area right here. And we want to look to have a buy limit right around this area. Okay. You might say, well, why would we want to have a buy limit if it's falling? Well, let me just ask you, if everybody knows that it's falling, wouldn't it make sense that they do a fake fall, take it to the upside, and then perhaps drop it? So one of the things that we have to have as traders is we have to calculate our risk, and it needs to make sense. Now, if I look at this candle to my far left right here, I'm seeing a nice fresh zone that has not been visited in a while. I'm going to put this in yellow so that it stands out, right? So it's highlighted. But notice right here, we haven't been here since, what's the date on that? October 17th. So what I'm wanting to see is I want this candle to fall so that it could retest this area just like it did above to take it to the upside. Now, do me a favor. If you got some value in today's training, I go way deeper, but I just wanted to make a video today because we're Kingdom Day Traders, and our job is to equip business owners, people that are in leadership, to teach them the skills of day trading so they can live life on purpose and build God's kingdom. And so, in order for us to do that, we have to have wisdom. We have to understand how the markets work. And from there, have a strategic plan to thrive within the markets. Okay. So, feel free to subscribe, like below, comment. And if there's something that you want me to check out, please let me know. And we'll just make some videos and just keep on building up this channel. Okay. Be blessed on purpose. It's been Coach. Love you guys. Cheers.